we're going to give you a full review of the personal loans by Upstart so you can decide whether they are the right lender to cover an emergency, consolidate your credit card balances, or make that big purchase. To understand why they have the policies they do, it might help to understand something about the company. You see, Upstart is a bit unique in the lending industry. Even if you apply for a loan with Upstart, you won't end up with an Upstart loan. They create the technology that empowers banks and credit unions to lend to customers. They have over 90 banks and credit unions in their network. If you apply with Upstart, you'll be getting a loan from one of these companies. But a lot of that is window dressing. Over 70% of the loans Upstart originates go to their top 2 lenders. Now let's look at the specifics about their personal loans. First, let's look at how much you can borrow from Upstart. Their minimum personal loan amount is $1,000. A little later, we'll show you how you might be able to get an even smaller loan through Upstart. So if you need to cover a small monthly shortfall, Upstart isn't a bad place to go. If you need a more substantial amount of money, they will lend up to $50,000. That's enough to consolidate a lot of debt, make a meaningful purchase, or undertake a home renovation. Loans from Upstart have terms between 3 and 5 years. 5 years is pretty standard, but I'm a bit concerned about a 3-year minimum term. If you're only borrowing $1,000, you absolutely do not want to take 3 years to pay it back. No matter how good your interest rate is, that's just too long to pay that amount of money back. That will mean paying a lot more interest than you should for what is really just a small loan. Now let's look at the cost of the loans. Upstart's minimum APR is 7.8%. 7.8% is one of the lowest minimum APRs in the industry. That is probably being offered by one of their credit union partners. But don't get too excited about that rate. I would think less than 10% of their borrowers are able to get a rate that low. Upstart's maximum APR is 35.99%. There's nothing particularly special about that maximum, but it is a little high, especially if you're borrowing a substantial amount of money. Upstart has one of the broadest range for origination fees in the industry. Their fees range from 0% all the way up to 12%. That broad range might be because of the many lending partners that they have. Obviously, 0 is a great number, but 12% is about as high as anything I've seen in the industry. If you have a low APR and a high origination fee, you're still getting a pretty good rate. Remember that the origination fee is accounted for in the APR. The APR is the origination fee plus the interest rate. So should you care what the origination fee is? Yes, especially if you're planning on paying the loan off early. Paying early will save you money on the interest you would have had to pay, but you won't save money on the origination fee. Upstart offers loans to people who have fair to good credit scores. I would think you have a chance of approval if your credit score is between 620 and 700. Lately, Upstart has been more restrictive than usual for business reasons, so don't be surprised if you still can't be approved. But shopping around for the best deal is always a good idea anyway. Upstart offers unsecured personal loans. Their website looks like they offer loans for moving, weddings, medical bills, and home improvement. But it's all the same loan. The distinction is really just marketing. They are talking about launching a home equity loan, but it's unclear when or if it will come out. They do offer something that's called a relief loan. And if you're looking for just a little bit of money for a short-term loan, this could be a good option for you. The relief loan is a bit different than their traditional personal loan. The relief loan ranges from $200 to $2,500 with a term between 3 and 18 months. So these are really designed for small dollar, short-term emergencies. They are best for just getting over the small financial hump. The cost of this loan is a bit different too. While the personal loan charges interest, the relief loan charges a fee. The fee won't exceed a 36% APR. The relief loan doesn't have an origination fee or late fees, so the Upstart Relief Loan would be a much better option than turning to a payday loan. The question is whether a relief loan would be better than an Upstart personal loan if you're just looking for, say, $2,000. That would definitely depend on the terms you're offered. It's possible that the personal loan would have a lower APR. If you would like to use an Upstart loan to consolidate credit card balances or other debt, you need to know that Upstart will not directly pay off your other creditors for you with the proceeds of the loan. Some companies will do that, and it's convenient, but it's important for another reason. When a company pays off your creditors for you using the proceeds of the loan, they are taking into account that the new loan will replace those other debts and not just stack on top of them. That means that they understand that the loan will not make your debt-to-income ratio worse. Consequently, it should be easier to be approved by them. Does that mean that using Upstart to consolidate your other debt would be a bad idea? Not necessarily. If Upstart will offer you a loan with an APR that is 2 to 3 percentage points lower than the interest on the debt that you want to consolidate, it would probably be worthwhile. If you're late on a payment, Upstart will charge either $15 or 5% of the late amount, whichever is greater. Most lenders will charge a late fee, and that's a fairly standard rate. You won't get hit with the fee immediately, though. Upstart will give you 15 days past your due date to make the payment before they hit you with the fee. But a late fee is not the only fee that Upstart will charge. They charge a $15 ACH return fee. If your check bounces or they can't withdraw payment using ACH, they will hit you with the fee. So just because you aren't 15 days late doesn't mean you won't get hit with a fee anyway. They also will charge you a one-time fee if you don't want to e-sign for your loan agreement. If they need to send you a paper copy of your loan agreement, they'll charge you $10. What can you use an Upstart loan for? Well, really anything. As a personal loan, they don't put any restriction on how you can use the funds. The most common uses of an Upstart loan include life events such as weddings and moving, emergencies like auto repair, medical expenses, and monthly shortfalls, and large purchases like home improvement, and consolidating debt or credit card balances. So what conclusions can we draw about Upstart? I think the most challenging thing about an Upstart personal loan is not being sure what you can get. Because they work with other lenders, their ranges are pretty broad. Are you going to get a low APR or a high one? Will they offer you a loan with no origination fee or a high origination fee? They also don't offer customer-centric features that you might expect. And while they do have fees, they are generally not exorbitant. I think Upstart is a pretty decent lender, but unless you're getting the money that you need at the lowest possible APR, there's no reason not to keep looking. That's why we always recommend that before you accept a loan, you should shop around. Find the best deal. At the Yukon Project, we've tried to make shopping around easy. If you visit our marketplace page, you can apply to any one of our featured lenders. Behind the scenes, we will check your rate with up to 40 other lenders. Our partners use a soft credit check, so applying won't hurt your credit score. We will show you all of the approved offers so that you can pick the loan that's best for you. If you found this information useful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.